It's co-creation from memories or traumatic events, or and how they affect us and what is going on in our perception as a result. So as we know that light has to come down through the body, find out imbalances, come back up to our perception for us to learn lessons. That is essentially how light works, and however you want to describe and put terms on it. So, as an example, in my world now, I'm reflecting on things, and I'm often going to the train station and going and doing my daily things in the gym and things. And so many times now I'm seeing, and with my perception, that there's a lot of police around, just checking tickets and essentially picking on little children and little boys. And I start to ask questions. Why is this in my world? Well, when I was a kid, I think I was about 12, I went to my cousin's place, and one of his friends contacted him and said, hey, look, we broke into a service station and there's a whole lot of lollies and stuff. So we went along. Oh, cool, right? I'm like, well, hang on, but followed along anyway. Grabbed the milk crate and grabbed a whole bunch of chocolates and lollies, because when you're a kid you want lots of sugar. I just realized lots of parasites getting from the sugar and feeding all that gunk. Yeah. So there's another example of co-creating from our imbalance. But of course, in that particular instance, I got caught. We got caught. We were kids, right? We thought we were getting away with stuff, but it wasn't happening. And as a result, we got taken off to the cop shop and read the riot act and put lots of fear into us and all this scaremongering tactics and stuff. And at that time, I was like freaking out, and I'm still sitting there going, F you, lots of fire. That happens, especially as a kid. It doesn't change much. And now, as a result, I'm seeing, essentially policemen, which are, in my perspective nowadays, because I'm dealing with a lot of my social programming and trying to get rid of parasites and heavy metals that are attached to that. It's coming up into my world, and I'm seeing lots of guys who have big tools and accoutrements and jackets and stuff to make themselves look big, because they're essentially emotionally insecure little children. And they're picking on 8 to 10 to 12-year-old school children who are just, doing their ticket thing, and they have to berate them and pick on them and instill fear and this sort of thing. These children are going to remember those as possibly a traumatic event, and unless they have the nervous system power and the mind to do that, which at that age they don't, then they're going to store that and then co-create from that and have a particular view of their police force. And notice now, it used to be called police service, where they're interacting with the community, but now they've changed it to police force. So of course, when you're getting served, you're very much in tune with the person, they're helping you. Beautiful, nice relationship and interaction. But if you're being forced, it's in the word, therefore it's in all of the policies, then there's going to be some sort of reaction. So, and of course, that has to become from generally the first 7 years of our life, where we felt fear from a particular authority figure, which is often dad in these instances. So then that person has to go and choose that occupation, because that's the memory or the thought or the trauma that is most in their mind. And if they haven't stopped and dealt with that both mentally and physically in the subconscious body, and got that out with their their usual day-to-day routine, then it has to come out into their world and reflect until they learn the lessons. Many times, for some people can be thousands and thousands, possibly lifetimes. So, let's look at a police force. There's some beautiful people doing some great things, yet it has the highest alcoholism rate. What does alcohol do? Alcohol is sugar, feeds parasites, feeds critters, toxic liver and gallbladder. Sugar, essentially all of the sense of self is being drowned and destroyed because they don't want to face themselves. And fair enough, they're probably dealing with some proper gunk and need a lot of help. So, co-creating from our imbalances. So, we're all got to take responsibility for that. I try to help out the little kids when I see them getting in trouble for essentially not doing anything. So, how do we co-create from our imbalances, don't we? We've got to self-realize these things if we want to ascend and get past them. And how about we help them and serve instead? Wouldn't it be nice?